It is all about new medicines and about the progress being made. We have been making an analogy in the biotech industry to the oil and gas industry of many years ago, when people were very excited about developing that industry in the United States. It was almost uniquely a United States industry, and everybody was hitting dry holes. It's just like in biotech, it's very challenging to create new therapies, just like it was way back when they were trying to discover this important resource for our country and the development of our country. These are important resources for the continued development of our country. And as we've progressed from being in the lab entirely, working in test tubes, over to patients and really having the potential to treat patients, we changed our vision to building health and restoring independence for patients. We need new therapies in central nervous system diseases. Unfortunately, it's a very difficult area to have success. And it's the challenge, and it's the reason you need a lot of these companies. It's the reason that we've invested a lot in NC Bio and the public policy efforts, and we're delighted that people are as interested as Congresswoman Fox to be here, because they have to carry that message back to people. There's a lot of competition for resources. And then we cannot forget about the patients, because I've watched a lot of documentaries on Alzheimer's disease, and you watch people who know they have Alzheimer's disease, to your point, Gene, and they make jokes about the fact that they're going to lose their mind. It's inevitable. You get Alzheimer's, you die, and you lose your mind. That's ridiculous, that in this day and age, that's happening. So we have to do something about it. We're all motivated to do it. We have it takes a lot of inspiration, because 95 out of 100 times up there in those labs, those scientists fail. They fail day in and day out. They can't make the molecule, they can't hit the target, they can't get it into the brain. It's frustrating. So my message to all the administrators, the ones that watch the money and keep track of everything, do not put any hurdles in front of these people.
Targacept is proving that North Carolina, Winston-Salem has what it takes to be a world player in the life science industry and in the search for new treatments and new therapies. They do well by doing good, and that's so much of what our industry is about. And they are just one of many North Carolina companies. The North Carolina Biotechnology Center now counts 500 North Carolina life science companies, employing about 56,000 people and paying about $12.7 billion a year in employee compensation. And that's just direct employment and direct compensation. The spin out, or as you all know, all of those wages and purchases by these companies ripple through the economy. So what's the effect of that when you look at the guys who help Targacept, the companies that are supported by Targacept? 226,000 North Carolinians have jobs that are supported by the life science industry. Our total economic impact in the state is about $64 billion a year. And to give you some measure of what that means to our economy, that's $1.9 billion a year in state and local taxes. So how did we get here? What made this happen? Well, companies like Targacept are a huge piece of it, but it was also public policy leadership. People, visionaries at our state legislature, at our state General Assembly, in our Congress, that have done the right thing over 25 years to keep this industry growing.
And I've studied this issue a lot about the cost of health care. And believe me, having really effective pharmaceuticals will make a huge difference in the cost of health care in our country. Not enough people pay attention to that. They pay attention to the cost sometimes of a pharmaceutical, but what they don't do is compare the savings that we get from other care that we have because we have good pharmaceuticals. We are so blessed in this country to have the innovation and the freedom that our researchers have to go where the need is.